And I think that's why he's due for a win. I just like his matchups all across the board. That's all I really got to say about that. So you're going with Danny, I'm going with Alex. Right?
100% right.
100%. All right, sounds good. Next matchup on the docket. Let's look at a Yell Down See That, which is Mike Agent, versus Barstool Sports, Justin Stevens. Mike is still rolling with Blake Bortles. Mike, I just don't know what to think about it. Yes, he put up 33 points this past week in garbage fucking time. 3 touchdowns. Oh, look at that. He did not throw an interception this week. Congratulations. TJ Yeldon. Yeah, I think it's about time to change that. I'd rather just pick up a fullback off some other team and pray to God they get a screen pass.
Roll with John Kuhn, baby.
They fired their offensive coordinator.
Yeah. I don't know. I just... Ty Montgomery, they came out and said he's got the sickle cell trait. Same thing as John Brown and a couple other guys. I don't think he's going to miss this game, but they did say that when he was trying to urinate, blood was in his
He had,
urine.
It's a problem with his kidneys.
So,
but he should be fine.
but yeah, starting 2 Miami players, and one is Jay Ajayi, the other one's Devontae Parker. You look at it on paper, Justin's team, Carson Wentz, Devontae Freeman, DeMarco Murray, Mike Evans, Jarvis Landry. Top to bottom, I gotta go with Justin. I can't even break it down anymore.
Yeah, everything on paper is screaming that Justin wins. I want to go with Mike, but I can't. Justin's going to win this game. I like Landry a lot this week against the Jets. I like Evans as well. He's been torturizing. Is that a word? Torturizing? No.
No, I don't think so.
He's torturing. There you go.
They're torturing. There we go.
He's torturing the Falcons lately. Did you know Jameis Winston is 3-0 against the Falcons in his career?
Is he? Did not
And then
know
like 6-20 against everyone else?
well, that's not good.
So he should just play the Falcons. But big week for the receivers of Barstool Sports.
Whew. All right, so we're both going Justin.
Sorry, Mike.
I don't blame you.
Next matchup. Let's do, we already did that one. Let's do this one, I guess. Kevin, which is Mr. K Long, versus myself. Real quick, Cam Newton versus the Rams. He's starting Duke Johnson again.
He has to.
Jesus.
He might have the worst running backs in the history of our league.
Ooh, actually, he might be starting Rashad Jennings. So
That's
Rashad
bad,
Jennings
too.
against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's
Ryan
not
Matthews
terrible.
is only getting like 5 carries a game.
Yeah, but if you look at what Philly has been giving up to running backs, 19 points, 11 points, 23 points, 32 points, 12 points, 15 points. It's not bad. But then again, it's not great. So,
Josh, after this week, you're going to be 1-8.
God, I hope so. Guys, if I'm not, I will have to grab myself to
This
sleep.
is the team you should beat. They're on a losing streak of 5 games. That's a long time after starting 3-0.
Yeah, it is. So is 8.
Yeah, it's pretty bad too, but 5 is almost as bad.
Stephon Diggs has a favorable matchup against Detroit. Travis Benjamin, he's questionable, but he should be okay to play. I haven't really read too much on what's wrong with him. Gary Barndog, with Josh McCown back, that offense might be back and alive, so who knows. You look at my matchups real quick. We got Stafford against Minnesota. That's a tough matchup. Christian Michael against Buffalo. Not the greatest matchup. But Christian Michael has been putting up some decent points. So I'm looking at him to keep on rolling on. Devontae Booker against Oakland. Matchup right there is like fantasy football running back. That is what you want to go against Oakland.
Are you going to start Stafford?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I mean, I look at what Jay Cutler did. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what happens. Michael Thomas. Guys, I don't care what
Awesome.
anybody says. I'm keeping Michael Thomas. He's going to be a keeper. And there was a reason why I traded for him. There was a reason why I talked him up. The guy is a stud. He is just lights out, phenomenal. I don't think he's had less than 56 yards receiving this whole year. The least amount of receptions he had is 4. The guy is just going to be a favorite target of Drew Brees. And the guy for keeper option is fantastic. Des Bryant against Cleveland, 40 points, easy. And then I haven't decided on 40 points, easy. And I haven't decided on my other wide receiver yet, what I'm going to do. So
You should bench Stafford if you want to win.
don't be like that.
I'm just saying.
Just have faith, bro. So
You trying to go 0-13?
no, of course not.
You better not lose to Kevin.
No, I won't. I'm going to pick myself to win because I hate Kevin's team and it looks like dog shit.
I agree, 100%.
Excellent. Next, Tom versus Spencer. I was going to leave this one for last, but I want to do it now. Basically because I just want a team to rip on, and it's going to be Spencer's team because I hate it so much. 7-1 pile of shit right here. He's got Chris Thompson on bye.
Big loss.
Big
Big loss
there,
right there, Spencer.
buddy. John Brown on bye. Oh, great. Julian Edelman on bye. Fantastic. But then you're like, okay, Chris Thompson's on bye. I'm going to have Jordan Howard to put him as... Oh, wait, he's on bye too. And then...
What about Matt Jones? Where's C.J. Anderson?
Yeah, Matt Jones, he's on bye. C.J. Anderson's dead.
Oh,
I guess you can put in Capri Bibbs if you want, whatever.
That's a good start.
But his wide receivers actually, in my opinion, are going to be an upgrade. He's going to have Brandon Cooks, Dante Moncrief, and Golden Tate.
Yep.
Rather than those two other idiots. He just needs to figure out what he's going to do at running back, and we'll see from there. If you play Paul Perkins, I'm going to laugh so hard. Top to bottom, you look at Tom's team. Tom's team pretty much just has Cardinals on bye, so he's just got to pick up one defense, and that's it. Favorable matchups, Zeke Elliott versus Cleveland. I really like him this week.
Feed him.
Amari is the only issue that I have, but you can't really bench Amari. So
I'm going to start Mike Wallace over him.
over Amari?
Yep.
Wow. It's interesting.
I think Cooper's ceiling's like 50 or 60 yards. I think Mike Wallace is freaking terrible, but he can get a touchdown.
All right. Le'Veon versus Baltimore. Good matchup. Last time they faced a running back, they gave up 27.3 points, and that was the Jets. So I like Tom in this matchup, and I'm pretty much going to leave it at that because I think Spencer's team sucks. Tom?
Spencer, 7-2.
Woo! Calling it now. All right. Next matchup. Tim Thompson versus Josh Schultz. And Tim has a quarterback on bye, a wide receiver on bye, a tight end on bye. Josh Schultz has a running back on bye, wide receiver on bye, tight end on bye. Basically, this is, and a defense on bye. Pretty much this is bye-mageddon?
Or the Bipocalypse.
Bipocalypse?
Either of them.
The Bipocalypse. So Tim for quarterback, he has Roethlisberger if he's coming back this week. There's talk that he will be back, but it's not guaranteed. But if he's back, he should be fine. Looking at wide receiver and tight end, he doesn't really have much else because, he doesn't have a quarterback on bye. He's got Carr that's facing Denver. So,
ouch.
yeah, we know how that Denver situation goes. I don't know what he's going to do there. Wide receiver-wise, he doesn't have a wide receiver, so he's going to have to pick one up or trade for one or the other. Josh Schultz, he's got to get a running back and a wide receiver and a tight end. Running back-wise, he has nobody except for Niall Davis. He'll be dropped. And I remember I saw this trade with Josh Schultz and Joey, and I was kind of curious on why Josh Schultz made this trade, because he traded to get Eric Decker. Does Josh Schultz not realize that Eric Decker possibly will not be ready by the 2017 season?
He thinks he's going to be able to trade him for like a 10 or 11.
Even though he's not going to be ready?
I don't know.
Does he...
It looks smart now, though, because Rodgers got hurt.
Huh?
Jacquizzi got hurt.
Yeah.
So
I didn't say Doug Martin. I said Eric Decker.
Yeah, I know, but he traded Jacquizzi Rodgers.
Oh, did he trade Jacquizzi?
Yeah.
Who did he trade that to? Oh, to Joey.
For Decker.
Oh, that makes sense now. All right, well, regardless.
So, at first, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Now it looks better because Rodgers is at least hurt.
Yeah, I guess so.
He might be able to trick someone like Mike into trading for Decker.
Who does Josh start? Torrey Smith or Sammy Coates? Or does he pick a wide receiver up?
He'll be starting Sammy Coates.
Sammy Coates, interesting.
100%.
All right. If
I set his
Landry-
lineup for him.
If
you didn't know.
Landry is the quarterback, I would not want to do that. That's just me.
Big Ben's playing.
We'll see if he does. Let's make a prediction. Who we got?
Tim.
I'm gonna go with Tim as well. So not a much difference here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tim. Sorry, Josh.
Josh Schultz offer me a 6, and you can get what's his name? Spencer Ware.
Spencer Ware. There you go.
Right now.
Next
Let's trade for
matchup.
Gore.
This matchup I'm very intrigued with. It's Joey versus Jerry.
Ooh.
And this is where we talked about it before. If Jerry had Tom Brady starting or Matt Ryan starting, I'd feel a lot better about this matchup. But he's got no one right now, and he's gonna have to pick him up off of waivers. Joey pretty much has a full roster. Oh wait, no, he doesn't. He's starting right now.
Are those his starting running backs right now?
Right now, he's got a starting running back of Peyton Barber for Tampa Bay and Don Jackson of Green Bay. David Johnson's
What?
on bye. Yeah, pretty much everybody he's got. His starter, Andre Ellington, he's on. No, I understand why you picked up Andre Ellington just in case, but somebody's going to have to be dropped. I think what he's hoping for is Deion Lewis is going to be cleared to come back this week.
He needs it.
Which is a possibility. Not a guarantee, though. It does hurt that Jacquizz Rodgers will most likely be out this week. He's going to have to pick up somebody instead of Don Jackson to play, but that's just me saying.
This is the week to face Joey.
Yeah, it is. Realistically, it is. So
I wish I could face him when he's got a lineup like this.
right now, everybody, I know Joey's going to be hitting people up from running backs. Do not trade him a running back, please. We would like to see Joey get another loss. As much as I don't mind Joey winning, because I don't care, if you're a fantasy person, this is fantasy, you don't trade Joey a running back right now. You don't do it. Reigning champion, you're like, no, you will not get this running back unless you give me a 6 and a 7, and then you can have Andre Ellington. That's the type of trade that you should be trying to pull off right now.
Joe, if you want Frank Gore, holler. Only cost you a 6.
So that's just what I'm looking at. On top of that, Joey, if you would like Booker, I'll take it for a 6 and a 7 and an 8. And I'll give you back a 13, 14, and a 15. Next, let's look at Jerry's team. Tom Brady's on bye. Will Fuller's on bye. Eddie Lacy, still IR. Hunter Henry, he's on his bench starting Antonio Gates, which I like that. Kenny Britt, sitting on his bench, shouldn't even be on his roster. I don't know. I like Jerry in this matchup. He just needs to pick up a quarterback. And I think he's okay. I just don't know who's really available on the waivers. Do you know off the top of your head? I think Tannehill maybe, and
Yeah, I think Tannehill's the highest rated guy. I think Simeon's there. Let me check real quick.
yeah, I think
Joey's going to need the Falcons to blow up, mainly Matt Ryan and Julio, for him to have a chance this week, which is kind of crazy because he's facing Jerry. And Jerry's never been good, but he's 5-3 right now. Extremely impressive.
Actually, he could theoretically pick up a Tyrod Taylor, who has been giving up. Seattle defense has been giving up 25, 17, 23 points to quarterbacks the last 3 games. Ever since they came off their bye week, they've just been giving up outrageous number of points. Eli Manning is available. He's facing Philly, but honestly, the one name that is sticking out to me the most is Alex Smith versus Jacksonville. If he plays, but he should play. That's what sticks out to me. I don't know. What do you feel?
If I was him, I'd get Trevor Siemian. I love the matchup this week against Oakland. I think they're going to pass the football, and it kind of negates Demaryius a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. It does. Or, I mean, you look at it, and Demaryius negates Trevor Siemian, though. So, it's one way or another. I kind of tend to go towards Alex Smith or Tyrod Taylor, but that's just me. I guess we'll find out in a few short hours once waivers do open up.
Hey, Jerry, if you want Jameis, only cost you a 6th.
Ooh, only a 6th. All right. So let's pick who you got in that game, Tom.
I'm actually rooting for Joey in this game for probably the first time ever.
Wow. Why?
I'm going to go with Joey because I'd rather Jerry lose.
Any reason?
because he's my only rival right now for the 6th spot in the wild card.
Ooh, that is true. Mike, since you're sitting there so quiet, who you got? Speak loud.
Joey.
Whew. I'm going with the upset, and I'm going with Jerry. He just traded for Terrell Pryor as well, and Terrell Pryor is starting on his team this week. I just like it. I like Jerry. I don't know. I'm just going with it. I wish he had a better quarterback option than the waiver wires. But I think Joey's demise is going to be his running back this week, unless if he trades for one. And we all know Joey. He's not going to give up anything to get something. It's got to be in his favor for him to make a trade.
Yep.
So I don't think anybody's in that spot right now to do it, besides maybe Josh Schultz. And I don't think Josh Schultz really has anything to trade right now.
Do you think that the loss of last week, because he knew his buys were coming up, so he might have accepted this week as a loss, but me beating him last week put some pressure to force a trade?
It's possible. If you guys didn't hear that, Mike was basically asking with this loss of this past week to Jerry, does that almost make him have to do a trade because he thought he was going to beat Jerry? And I think it's possible. I think we could all chalk it up that Joey should have beat Jerry this past week. Beat Mike this past week. But I think it's a possibility that he thought he was going to win and not worry about it and just take this as a loss, with his running backs so beat up.
I don't even think Joey has any trade or freaking player capital to trade though. He needs both of those receivers. His 3 and 4 wide receivers are in this week because AJ's out.
True.
He can't trade Charles. Everyone else on his team's on a bye. Rodgers is out, so he's not going to trade.
Yeah, you can't really trade.
What else can he trade?
All you can trade his picks.
Deion Lewis really maybe, but Joey doesn't trade picks.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what he does if he rolls with this roster. He's going to have to pick up a running back. I just don't know whose value at running back there is. I'd be comfortable playing Peyton Barber this week.
Matt Asiata?
Someone has him.
No, he was just dropped.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Well, claiming him.
Yeah. I would feel somewhat comfortable playing Peyton Barber, even though they say that they're going to play a running back by committee this week. But I would not feel comfortable at all with Don Jackson. I feel like you could just chalk that up to 1 or 2 points right there and be done with it. So I'm going with Jerry, even though he's missing a running back. What other matchup are we missing? Am I missing one?
Let me look.
I feel like I am missing one.
Did we do yours? Yeah, we did yours. Yeah. Did we do Justin and Mike?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the first one we did.
Yeah, we're done.
That's it. All right, guys. That's all we have. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, do we want to make a couple of predictions and standings? Who's actually going to make playoffs now since we're a couple of weeks past when we did do that? Right now, you got a terrible division all tied at 3-5. That is Mike, who is shockingly at 3-5. Alex, who is shockingly at 3-5 because I would have expected that number to be flip-flopped at 5-3. And Kevin was kind of like where I thought he would be, 4-4, 3-5. Who takes that division? Who ends up taking it?
I'm going to go Alex. I think he's got the best team on paper. Kind of surprised he hasn't done more moves. Normally, he makes a couple good trades in the middle of the season.
I think he got butthurt with that Melvin Gordon trade at the beginning of the season and shut himself down.
In case you guys didn't hear that, Alex is butthurt about Melvin Gordon. I don't agree. It just happens. You make trades. I'm going to go with Alex as well. I just think Kevin's team is actually maybe worse than Mike's team. Shocking. I know.
It is.
Let's go to the other highly competitive division, Justin, Danny, and myself. Justin's sitting at 5-3, Danny's at 3-5, and I am at the goose egg and 8. Guys, I'm still not out of the playoffs. I can go on a 5-0 run.
You got a chance.
I can go on a 5-0 run, all right? With that being said, I think Danny's going to end up taking it.
As cool as that would be, Justin's going to win it.
2 games back, yeah.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. Next, we're going to go with Golden Taints, Headlock Master, and I'm not even going to say your name, just Josh Schultz.
Spencer's going to win. He's got a 2-game lead now?
Yeah.
2-game lead.
Well, it might be 1 after next week after I whoop his ass.
But you got to remember, Spencer's facing Tom, and Jerry is facing Joey. So that could easily be a full game change.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go with Jerry. Jerry's going to end up taking the division.
I still got Spencer.
I'm going to go with Josh with Jerry.
You better hope Spencer takes the division because you need Jerry to basically fall apart so you get that playoff spot.
If I beat Spencer, I got the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, beating them two.
Next, we're going to have Make Spencer's Hand My Bitch, which is Tim. The Champ is Here, which is Joey. And Snow Bunny City, which is Tom. 6-2, 6-2, 5-3. What a stacked division. It is ridiculous.
It's brutal.
Yeah, I don't know. I think by the end of this week, you guys will all be 6-3. So, I don't know.
I'm going to win this division, and I'll be the number 2 seed behind Spencer.
The funny thing is, if Tim makes a trade, and what I think he's going to make, but he might not, but if he does make this trade that I think he might.
For who?
We may see him run away with this division, but he may not make this trade. So
he's close to it.
He's close to it. If he makes this trade, I think he runs away with the division.
You think that'll put him over the top?
Maybe.
Tim has the third fewest points against. It's going to change. The winter is coming.
Hold the door.
So that's all we got, guys. Hopefully, anybody want to do any other rants on some of these teams? Because I hate Spencer's team. It is the worst. God awful.
Can I do a quick extortion? I want Spencer's best player, or I'm changing my password.
Ooh, say that one more time. Let me spin that. Go ahead.
It said, Spencer, if you don't give me your best player, I'm changing my password.
Ooh, that's not good. So why don't you just give him, who's your best player? John Brown? And we'll call it a day. All right. Yeah, I don't know. What's the most disappointing team so far this year, if you had to pick one?
Yours.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
I thought you were going to win the division, but with Keenan Allen going down, Gurley hasn't been Gurley, Allen Robinson hasn't been Allen Robinson.
Yeah, pretty much everything was, I don't want to say stacked against me, but once Keenan Allen went down, I think if he would have stayed healthy, you look at some of those players that are actually doing well for San Diego, what that offense would have been like if Keenan Allen was actually healthy still. Alex, that was going to be mine, what I was going to say. San Diego just blows my mind. Like, they're decent right now. Winning games. They did lose this past week, right?
Yeah. They lost to Denver.
Yeah. But they still look pretty good, and that offense would have been awesome. The one good thing about Keenan Allen tearing his ACL is he tore it week 1. So he should be 100% fine come around next year. So, but if he gets
tear his other one next year.
If he gets hurt again, guys, I don't know. I may just quit fantasy football. I don't know. I might be a little bit upset. Who's the biggest surprise right now?
It has to be Spencer at 7-1.
I think my biggest surprise would have been Tim. Reason being is you look at his wide receivers and you say, yeah, he's got three of the top 5 wide receivers probably, right? Besides AJ and Julio. But then again, I look at him and I would have said, you know what? He would have fucked this team up. Like week 3, traded like 3 players away and would have screwed everything up. So for Tim not doing the normal Tim thing, more or less shocks me.
Jerry.
Yeah. I didn't think of Jerry.
Yeah, true that. What team is in that order where you thought, like, all right, this guy's this record? Yep, that's what I expected. Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin.
I didn't expect him to lose 5 in a row.
No, not that. Danny. Thought he was a mid-tier team.
Joey. Thought he'd be right where he's at.
All right. Anybody else? Anything else? Wrap it up?
That's all I got. Jerry seems not even that good looking at his numbers.
No. But it's a surprise he's got this many.
Yeah, it is a surprise.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Everyone makes fun of Spencer, but Jerry's on the same level as Spencer is pretty much.
I just want to put out this one stat for you guys. All right. You look at Tom's team, he's got 790 points against. You look at Joey, he's got 713 points against. Tim, 713 points against. I have 910 points against.
That'd be the-
910.
That'd be the number 2 scoring team in our league right now.
910. What the hell? Why does everybody have their best weeks playing against me?
That's real bad luck. Josh Schultz, you could say the same. He's at 882.
Yeah, I saw that too.
708. Lowest
Yeah,
in the league.
Spencer's gotten super lucky. I know Tim put out stats 670. That's crazy. But it's 910. That's outrageous.
I think you're the only person to hit even in the 900s.
Yep. There's only one team that scored that much. Me.
So frustrating, guys. So frustrating. All right, that's all we got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.